Hi guys, we shall solve three questions related to the area and perimeter of circles and sectors. So the first question is number 13. So here a figure is made up of a triangle ABD. So this is the triangle and a semicircle. So this is a semicircle. The diameter of the semicircle is BOD. So if I enlarge this diagram, so this is the situation. So as they said that BOD 7 centimeter is the diameter, so it means the radius will be half of 7. So this will be 3.5, and this will also be 3.5. And remember, in such questions, remember this is also 3.5. This is also the radius of the semicircle. So this is also 3.5. So this is the important point in this. Triangle is isosceles triangle because this mark here and here is there. So it means if this is 5.7, so this is also 5.7. So first we need to find the perimeter of this diagram. Perimeter is always the total length of the boundary. Okay, so that means that AB plus AD plus this semicircle boundary. So the sum of these three sides will be the perimeter. So we already have this is 5.7 and this is 5.7. So only we need to find the circumference of this semicircle, which is half of the circumference of the full circle. Okay, so first I will find this BCD. So the arc BCD, this one, is equal to circumference of the full circle is 2 pi r. So this divided by 2 will give me the circumference of the half circle. So it means this is equal to 2 pi into 3.5 divided by 2. So this 2 and this 2 is cancelled out, or you can use the calculator here. So this will be equal to 3.5 pi. We keep the value in terms of pi, and at the end we'll use the calculator to find the final answer in decimal. So therefore the perimeter B will be equal to 5.7, the length of AB, plus the length of AD, this is the other boundary which is also 5.7, plus the semicircle length which is 3.5 pi. So now we can use the calculator to find this length. So it is 22.3955, which we can approximate to three significant figures. So 22.4 centimeter will be the unit of the perimeter. Its unit is same as the unit of the length. So this is the first part of the question. Now the second part is the area. So for the area, I will make a copy of this diagram. Okay, so part 2, we have to find the area of this shape. So it consists of a semicircle. So it means the area will be equal to the area of the semicircle plus the area of this triangle. Area of the semicircle is area of the circle pi r square divided by 2, and area of the triangle is half base times height. Half base times height. So now we'll see what is the base and what is the height of the triangle here. So we can mark it BD as the base. If BD is the base, then this will be the height of this triangle. So this height we can easily find because the total length is given 8 and this is 3.5. So the remaining, this green part, will be 8 minus 3.5. which is 4.5. So see it again. Semicircle has the area pi r square over 2 plus area of the triangle is half base into height. Semicircle has the radius 3.5 centimeter and the triangle has the base 7. This is the base and this is the height, which is 4.5. 8 minus 3.5. So just putting the values here, half 7 times 4.5 and pi into 3.5 square over 2. Now using the calculator we will see what's the result. So this part we found it is 19.24 plus this part we found as 15.75. So when we add them we got 34.99 with some more decimals after that. And if we round it to three significant figures, so this is approximately equal to 35.0, because adding 1 here it will make 0 here and 35. So 35 square centimeters is the unit for the area. So this is this question. Okay, now we'll see the second question. Making the diagram bigger to show the working clearly. So this diagram consists of a complete circle with radius 10, and inside of the circle the shaded part is a semicircle here with radius 10 and a semicircle here whose radius will be half of the radius of this. So that will be, this is the radius of the smaller semicircle, this one, so it will be 10 divided by 2, which is 5 centimeters. So now we have the information about the smaller semicircle 5 centimeter and the radius of the bigger semicircle 10 centimeters. And now this shape. Okay, so this shape is actually the part of this quadrant. This is a quadrant, so fourth part of the circle, and the quadrant, from the quadrant a smaller quadrant is take out, so this shaded part is the result of that. So I will explain this after doing that, these two parts. So this semicircle will have the area pi r square divided by 2, so which means it will be pi times 10 square divided by 2. So 10 square is 100 divided by 2 is 50, so it is 50 pi. So 50 pi is the area of this part. So now this time I am solving the area first and then we will do the perimeter. Okay, so this is for the bigger semicircle, and for the smaller semicircle, this one, it will be pi r square divided by 2, which is pi into 5 square divided by 2. So which is 25 over 2, so it is 25 pi by 2. At the end we will use the calculator to find the answer in decimal. So this is the area of this part and this is the area of this part. Now this is left. So this one I will explain separately. So let's make a copy of this part. Here. So here they give some information that this length is 3 and this mark means this is equal to this. It means if this is also 3. So this indicates that this is the quadrant and this is the smaller quadrant. So the area of this part will be bigger quadrant minus the smaller quadrant. Quadrant is 1/4 of the circle, so its area will be pi r square divided by 4. So the radius of this part will be, because this is 3 and the radius here is, this is 10, so it means this will be 10 minus 3, so it is 7. So this will have the radius 10 and this will have the radius 7. So the area of this will be pi r square. R is 10 square divided by 4 minus this will be pi into 7 square divided by 4. So now it's just a matter of calculations. So this will be 100 divided by 4, 25 pi, and this will be 49 divided by 4 because it's not exact, so I'm writing it in the same format. Okay, so then it means that we got the result of this, that this shaded area, part 2 of this question, area is equal to this area 50 pi, this one, plus this area which is 25 pi by 2, and this one which is 25 pi minus 49 pi by 4. So we can give the answer in terms of pi or we can give the answer in decimals. It's on a requirement. If we want to write the answer in terms of pi, so then simply do 50 plus 25 over 2 plus 25 minus 49 over 4 and write pi with that. So it will be 75.25 pi. Or if you put the value of pi from the calculator, then it will be 236.4 to 1 decimal place. Or if you are to give to 3 significant figures, then this will be 236, 3 significant figures. So depending on the requirement of the question, because here in this question they didn't mention, so these are the answers. Okay, okay, now the first part of the question, which is the perimeter. Perimeter, as I told before, that this is just the length of all the boundaries. We add the boundaries. So let's consider the diagram again. So this is an enlarged copy of this diagram. Okay, so for the perimeter, we shall see what are the boundaries. So remember boundaries are, this line is not the boundary because it is inside the shaded part. So the boundary is this, from here to here. I'm marking with orange. This one is the boundary. This is the boundary. And then with other color, if I mark this quarter part of the circumference of the circle and quarter part of the other circumference of the circle, bigger one, and we have this semicircle with different color. I mark it. So this one, this is the semicircle, 2 pi r divided by 2, and we have this semicircle, the pink one, this. Okay, so we will find all these colored lengths and we will add them. Remember, in case of perimeter, you will not take any line which is inside the shaded part, this one and this one. That will be a big mistake. So now one by one we will find. So let's say first we'll find this semicircle, so the blue one. So that is pi r square divided, sorry, it's 2 pi r divided by 2, which means 2 pi into r is 10 divided by 2, so 2 cancel, so it is 10 pi. See it again, I solved this here, now I will explain it again. See, we will mark the boundaries. One semicircle boundary is this. This is inner part, we will not consider this. This semicircle, the blue part, this is the boundary. For this shaded region, this BC boundary will not consider, we will consider only this boundary, the bigger quarter circle, and this small length 3 centimeter, and this quadrant length, and this orange length. So these are the boundaries. So one by one, each one according to the colors are calculated here. First of all, see the semicircle part, this blue one. So it is 2 pi r divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 means because it's a semicircle. So 2 pi into the radius is 10. So 10 divided by 2, which is equal to 10 pi. So this is one. Now this one, this is the semicircle with radius 5, so it will be 2 pi r divided by 2, so 2 pi into 5 divided by 2, which will become 5 pi. And then this quadrant, bigger one and the smaller one. Bigger quadrant means 2 pi r divided by 4. 2 pi r, 2 pi r divided by 4. In case of semicircle, we do 2 pi r divided by 2. In case of quadrant, we do 2 pi r divided by 4. So it means its radius is 10, so it will be 2 pi 10 over 4, so which is 5 pi. And the smaller quadrant, which has the radius 7, so that will be 2 pi into 7 divided by 4, so that will be 3.5 pi. And we know this length is 3 and this length is 7, because total is 10, so this part is 3, so this will be 7. Okay, so now we will just add all these, so that will be the perimeter. So we can say that the perimeter is equal to the length 3 plus the length 7 plus this 10 pi plus this 5 pi plus this another 5 pi plus this 3.5 pi. So using the calculator, so it's 83.827. So if we round it to 3 significant figures, so it is 83.8 centimeters. So this is 3 significant figures, and if we want to write to the nearest whole number, so then it will be 84, because after 3 we have 8, so we'll increase 1 here. So this is to the nearest whole number. Mostly we write to 3 significant figures. Okay, so this was the question about the perimeter and the area of this shape. So this shape is actually, if I draw it clearly, so it's like this, and then here we have a semicircle. So we have to find the area and the perimeter of this shape. So techniques you understood. Now see, if I do color wise, so this part is the, from here to here is the blue part, and the yellow part is from here to here, and the orange part is this and this, and then the two green parts are this and this. So this color coding will also help you in understanding such kind of questions. Okay, now we'll solve the third question. So in this question they gave us this diagram, and they are again asking to find the perimeter and the area of this shaded region, this and this. So, and this is a square with height 10. So to make it easy, they gave the length of BD, but remember, even if they don't give the length of BD, we can easily find by using Pythagoras theorem, because this is a right angle triangle and this length is 10, so it means this length is also 10. So this will be 10 square plus 10 square. It's not the part of the question, just to make you have more knowledge I am doing this. So it will be 10 square plus 10 square, which is 100 plus 100, so 200 square root of that. So see that they already gave us this, but if it's not given, so we can find that. So this is actually the radius of this semicircle. Oh, sorry, the diameter of this semicircle. So the radius will be half of this. So radius will be from here to here. Remember, half of 200, square root of 200 is not square root of 100. This will be square root of 200, and then the whole thing divided by 2. So better to keep it like this, no need to simplify. Okay, so this is the radius of this semicircle. Okay, so to find the perimeter we need the boundaries, and to find the area we need this semicircle minus this triangle. That will give us this and this. So let's do first the area. So for the area, part 2, area. So first we need to find the area of the semicircle. So this will be equal to the area of the semicircle minus the area of the triangle. So that will automatically give us this shaded part, leftover part. So this has the radius 200 over 2, which is 50 root 2, because sorry, not 50 root 2, it will be 5 root 2. If you need the clarification that how I got this without using calculator, so 200 can be written as 100 times 2. So if you bring this 100 outside the square root, so this will be 10 root 2. So then this divided by 2 means divided by 2 and divided by 2. Remember, you will not cancel this 2 with this 2. So this will be 10 divided by 2, which is 5 root 2. So this is 5 root 2, the radius of the semicircle. Okay, so this is 5 root 2, and for this triangle we have this length. This is right angle, so this is also right angle. So in this case we take this base and this height. So this is 10 and this is 10. So it means this is 10, 10 and angle 90. So it means this one is base, the other is height. So in this case no need to take this base and this height. So it's easier from here. So then simply this area will be equal to pi r square divided by 2. So pi times 5 root 2 square divided by 2, and then we subtract the area of the triangle, which is half base into height, so half 10 times 10. So this is 100 divided by 2 is 50, and this will be 25. You can use calculator. See this one. So final answer in decimal is 28.5349,398, or if we round it to 3 significant figures, so it is 28.5 square meters, sorry, because in this case the length is in meters. Okay, so this is the area of the semicircle minus the area of this triangle, which is a right angle triangle with base 10 and height 10. Okay, now we come to the perimeter. For the perimeter, we know that it's the length of the boundary. So boundary actually consists of this semicircle, so the half of the circumference of the circle, and two straight lines each of 10 and 10. So the perimeter in this case is easier. So part 1 of the question, perimeter. Okay, so perimeter is equal to 2 pi r. R is 5 root 2, and divided by 2 because it's a semicircle, plus this length BC and this length CD. So BC is 10 and CD is also 10. So this is CD, this is BC, and this is the BCD semicircle. So these are the three lengths. Now just using the calculator you can find the final answer. So it is 42.2144, and if we round it to three significant figures, so it is 42.2, and the unit of the perimeter is the unit of the length, which is meter. So this answer I am giving to three significant figures and to three significant figures for the area also. So I hope it's clear. If something is not clear, you can write in the comments and then I will answer that. Okay, so have a